Belinda, would you be able to just give us a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, please?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You guys all good? Yeah, we're good. Hey, Belinda, obviously you've probably had a bit of time to reflect on the way the weekend finished. It was almost like deja vu in a way, but it's put you in a pretty precarious position now, hasn't it? I mean, there's literally no room for error anymore.
No, we were completely gutted at the end of that game. Really disappointed that we led that game for the whole game until the last minute and a half. And I think we really took time in the change room this game to reflect on what just happened. And yeah, really disappointed with the outcome. But we know that we have a real fight in front of us now, and we have nothing but to fight. And that's exactly how we're going into the last two games.
It's still in your hands. I mean, win them both and you play finals, but you have to do that, and otherwise it becomes real tricky, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think we were disappointed the way we lost the game on Saturday in Tassie. I think there was more unforced errors than we've ever had off our own hand, and I think they're completely within our control the next two games. And I think us at our best is definitely a frightening opponent, but we have to string 4 quarters together, and we're definitely looking at going back to winning each quarter.
Firebirds, probably not a great time to be playing it. I mean, they're playing some good netball at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, Firebirds are playing really good netball. They've played on a lot of emotion, and that's got them through the last two games. And I think we've got that emotion to match now. We were really disappointed, and I think the last time we were really disappointed in one of our outcomes, we came and responded against the Vixens. So I think we're taking those learnings again and attacking this one right from the get-go.
And what's the key to, if they're going on emotion, if they can't win you every game, it runs out after a while to beating the Firebirds? What do you see as the key?
Yeah, look, I think it's, doing our homework. I think this week will be more about us than the Firebirds. We know what we're playing for. We're playing for the Queensland Cup, and we're playing for a spot in final. So there'll be a lot of emotion, but it's about us really going back and sticking to the process, the girls sticking to their role, and having that belief that, we've been playing really good netball, but it is just polishing off those 1%ers. And I think those 1%ers, we're challenging ourselves in training this week, and I think there'll be a real steely focus for the full 60 minutes this week.
Are you hoping or confident that it can just click for one of these next couple of games through into the finals? Because it's there's been something that's always hasn't quite worked in each of the games pretty much.
Yeah, look, I think, we've made some really good connections. Our attack line has been quite connected all season. We've had really good attacking numbers. And like I said, the last few weeks, I think our defensive combination is building each and every week. I think we missed a large part of some of our 10 for most parts. But I think each and every week we've been getting more and more ball. And I think, watch this week. I think there'll be a real aggression for that ball. And I think watch out, Firebirds.
But you might as well, because everyone else is getting aggressive, aren't they?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We've talked about the physicality of the games, and we are quite a clean team. And I think it's just finding that balancing act between being aggressive to the ball, but also staying in place so we can create that pressure.
Linda, is there anything you're focusing on in training in the lead up to this weekend?
Yeah, it's just playing probably those moments. So I think this week we obviously set ourselves a lead in training, and then really had to capitalise on that and extend those leads. So I think that's something that we haven't done this season, is really extend our leads. So yeah, looking to really punish in moments. I think in the first quarter against the Mavericks, we had 2 from 6 on our turnover conversion. So right there and then we could have put the game on our terms a lot earlier.
And the thing is, the Firebirds, they're mathematically in the hunt for finals now too, which gives them an extra incentive as well this weekend.
Yeah, I think everyone, most teams are still in the hunt, and that's the exciting thing about our competition. I think every game, each and every team can win, and we know we can win, and we need to walk towards this contest now and have confidence in the way that we've been playing, but just fine-tune some of those moments.
Did you think that the Firebirds had it in them to be playing the netball they're playing at the moment? Obviously, they were struggling in the first half of the year, but the last couple of weeks has shown something. I mean, are you surprised at how they've turned it around?
Oh, look, I've always known that Firebirds have got a lot of talent in their side. I think the last few weeks they've been really disciplined with ball in hand. I think earlier on in the season they probably coughed up a little bit too much ball, but their possession game has really improved. So it is about us putting pressure on for the full 60 minutes and, forcing some of those errors early in the game as well.
And Mahalia, obviously a bit of a pressure cooker situation for you at the moment now, isn't it? It's almost like finals come early. There isn't really any room for error now, is there?
No, definitely not. They're both must-win games in our last 2 rounds. We know that we're more than capable of doing that. We just got to put a 60-minute performance out on court, which we haven't quite nailed yet.
You're looking forward to playing the Firebirds. A bit of a tricky team to play the last couple of weeks, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, it's always exciting to play the Firebirds. There's a bit of a rivalry, of course, but I feel like this week's all about us, and we've had some really great conversations during this week, and we're really excited I'm personally really excited to get back out on court and put in a good performance as well.
The percentages become your friend. I mean, the fact that you've been in so many games this year, even ones that you've lost, I mean, that could be in the end what gets you into the four. So, I mean, it just shows that every goal and every super shot matters, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. B's been talking about that all year, about those every moment really matters. Whether we're winning the games, we really want to push out those leads. And we, other than our first Fever game in round 2, we've been with every team, if not in front for most of the game. And the losses that we've had have only been by a couple of points, which is really frustrating. But also we are playing really good netball. We just kind of let it go for a couple of minutes, and that's been our enemy, I guess, for the season.
What do you think it is that, if you could figure it out? I know Belinda asked this question the other day, said, you tell me, and it'd be great if we could know what that full 60 minutes, what do you need to do differently, do you think, to just become a winner rather than losing those close games?
Yeah, it's about playing those pressure moments better. There were so many opportunities where we can push out leads, and it's not necessarily about playing the last 2 minutes of the game well. We had the game on our terms on the weekend in the first quarter, and we didn't capitalise on that. So there's moments throughout the game. It's just being able, all of us being on and being ready to take on the game.
How do you think the team's sort of handling the pressure and lead up to getting closer and closer to finals now?
Oh, it's something that we're walking towards as a team. I think we're very excited. Sometimes we play our best netball with our backs against the wall. So we know that we're more than capable. We have a great team. We have so much depth within our 10. We know that we can put out a really good performance. It's just a matter of doing it.
Not that you ever want to look too far ahead, but obviously you do have to end the season with Adelaide, which will also be a very tough game. I guess that kind of adds importance to this one, doesn't it? I mean, you don't want to be going into that game thinking, well, we simply must win this by this amount and hope this team loses. You want to keep it in your own hands.
Oh, 100%. We don't want to rely on any other team. We want to win the last 2 games, and that'll put us into finals. We're more than confident about that. And then once we hit finals, it's a whole nother ball game. So we honestly back ourselves in, and we know we can do it. We just have to train hard. We have to put out on court how we train when we play, and it'll all go right.
This is why you play professional sport, isn't it, for these moments, these pressure moments?
100%. We absolutely love it. I love it. I can't wait for the challenge. And yeah.
Cool. Good on you. Thanks, Mahalia.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you. Thanks.